This actually sucks dick. I disagree. I'd rather suck dick. It sucks ass, man. Are we being for real right now? Whatever. I'm playing Silksong. Not for any particular reason. I was just playing Silksong before I found out that my YouTube comments have been turned off for 3 fucking months. 3 months. That's such a long time. That's like the start of September. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to be here. So that fucking sucks. I'm gonna be honest. I was planning on not doing anything too major tonight. I was planning on minding my own. It's not working. My controller's not working. Why is it not working? What's going on, man? Are we being for real right now? Alright, that's not good. Alright, we're fine. No! It's stuck. It's stuck a little bit. Maybe it's because I'm accidentally pressing things. Yeah, what's up, Jax? Welcome back to the stream. I'm just so pissed. I really am upset. I'm upset at myself for not looking closely at the VODs. I didn't think I'd have to. Respectfully speaking, but the entire conceit around streaming on YouTube in the first place was that it would just automatically turn my shit into VODs. Alright, now call me crazy, but I thought that was like an advantage of streaming on YouTube. Okay, it's doing something weird. It's probably because of the VTuber. Be more mad at Goral? I don't know. Alright, we might need to take out the VTuber because it is struggling to run. Which I didn't think would happen. So, I'm giving the people what they want. No wins today, huh? No wins. Alright, let's move this motherfucker back in the corner. Let's move this motherfucker back in the corner. Here we are yet again. I don't know, I like the glasses. I think the glasses really tie my PNG together. Alright, let's see if this runs any better. There we go. Alright, it's too loud. That's something. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck it happened. I really don't. I can't imagine a world where I go out of my way to turn my own comments off. You know, it's just not something I'd ever thought about doing. In any capacity ever. Truly. It is truly never something I even considered doing, because why would I? Frankly, why would I? It doesn't make any sense. Alright, YouTube comments are like pretty good for the algorithm and shit. You know, I'm streaming for the fun of it. I'm not famous. But you know, I'm not fucking, you know, I'm not over here sabotaging my chances either. You know what I mean? Jesus, what was that? Maybe I'm washed. As soon as I turn, I swear I play better than this. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. I swear I play better than this. This is no bearing on what actually happens. Whatever. Whatever. I'm just so pissed. I'm just so mad. Alright, I can't fucking believe this shit happened. Anyways, I didn't plan on streaming today. But I guess it works out. I guess it works out in terms of like, I don't know. Normally I do stream on Mondays, right? Normally that is something that happens. So we're going back to the status quo. Does this mean I get to take another break tomorrow? Maybe. Okay, I kind of need to not die here. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm grinding for money. I know it's probably not the most efficient way to do such a thing, but it's the only way that I know how to do it. I need about 6,000 rosaries to buy out everything in every shop. And each run, I get about 100, a little less than that actually, it's 96. But that's so minimal that I can't find it within myself to care. I don't have all of the pin upgrades, but I have enough. I feel like I have enough. I feel like I should be fine. So that's the goal for this stream. I'm just gonna talk and then I'm gonna play video game. Alright, easy peasy lemony squeezy, I guess. I can't fucking believe it. I can't. I'm actually really mad. I mean, of course I am. You know what I mean? It's just truly, really. I wish someone had told me. If I can be greedy, and ask for the world, I wish I'd, you know, someone had taken a look and been like, that's weird, I should probably tell Moo about that. And I understand, conceptually speaking, I'm not entitled to it. You know, no one has an onus to make sure that my VODs are how I want them to be. But damn, I wish someone had told me. I wish I'd gotten a heads up. You know what I mean? I thought I was just falling off. And to be fair, I have. I've been streaming less, I've been getting less views on the Twitch. I just thought that was coming over to YouTube. I thought it was like a me thing. You know, but it turns out, you know, the reason I've been getting no comments for the past few months is because nobody has been able to leave a comment in the past 3 fucking months. Alright, first of all, how the fuck does that even happen, man? I imagine it's gotta be some bullshit with the, made for kids thing. It has to be. Alright, because I know when something's made for kids, the comments turn off, which is fucking absurd, by the way. Alright, YouTube comments are already fucking moronic. Alright, to be honest, I think adding someone under the age of 13 would actually increase the IQ of the average YouTube comment section. Except for mine, which doesn't exist, because once again, my YouTube comments have been turned off for 3 months. So that's pleasant. Let's see. I went and I checked the comments for the actual YouTube video I made just to make sure that nothing terrible happened. Thank God comments were on that one. It's just how it happened that I didn't get any comments on that one. And you know, that's the thing. I didn't notice because I don't normally get that many comments. You know, I'll get a comment and I'll go, yippee, that's cool. But I won't like expect a comment. You know, it's not, I am not at the level to where I can expect, I think, commitment from my audience. Which sounds awful to say, you know what I mean? It sounds like a real negative thing to say, but you know, it's just true. Other than I guess Jack, other than Jack getting first, I'm not big enough to expect anything from anyone. You know, which kind of sucks. I need to be so famous. I want to be famous. I want to make money. On the bright side, didn't have school today, which is like, oh yeah, it's winter break, but no. Tuesday, Thursday classes at the University of Georgia have one last class, and that's on the Monday, December 1st, which is today. But all of my classes canceled, and by canceled, I mean we just don't have class on this day, which is nice. Should I have gone? Was there a review? It's possible, you know. But I just didn't feel like it. God, thanks for saying nice things about me, no problem, man. Yeah, by the way, right now, I guess I should tell you, but as it stands, I'm just kind of grinding money for the sake of it. I'm pretty sure, I'm like pretty close to being able to start Act 3. I think I'm remarkably close to being able to start Act 3. It just so happens that I'm broke and I'm poor, and I don't want to be broke and or poor anymore. So, yeah. Alright, let's switch out some of my stuff here. I love that you're using all of my least favorite things. Damn. Way to be a hater, man. What's wrong with the gun? Do you really hate the flea brew? You hate the flea brew, bruh? Why would you hate the flea brew? What'd the flea brew do to you? Flea brew ain't done nothing wrong. Alright, justice for the flea brew. Alright, I want that one, and I don't know how to refill that one, which means, to be honest, I just need to refill this and then we should be fine. Okay, everything except the conch and the flea brew. I don't use the conch. It was just down there. And Longclaw. Longclaw is goated. It was goated in Hollow Knight, and it's goated in this game as well. Although, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, the bosses in this game are not as hard as everybody says. I think everybody's just bad. I will go so far as to say, though, I think it's awful. The amount of difficulty that's just... Alright, here's a boss fight that you'll probably take a couple times to die at, and then you need to walk like 40 years to get there. The amount of time it takes to get to a boss fight is awful. Alright, it's truly the antithesis of Celeste, which I think is the premier difficulty experience. I don't know what the fuck that emoji is without clicking on it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Alright, I'm in a bad mood today, man. That's not true, that's not true. I was in a fine mood today. I was in a fine mood today. I'm in a bad mood right now. I guess I should thank Thieves for not watching my content. Because if he did, then I wouldn't have gone back to check the Steam sale tier list video. You know, if Thieves had watched the content, then I wouldn't have had to go back in order to give him advice on what video game to buy. And if I hadn't gone back to check, then I wouldn't have seen that all my comments were turned off for the past 3 months. So if anything, someone not watching my content has actually saved me from people not watching my content. Which of course is a problem put on by people not watching the content because they didn't notice the comments were turned off. I love the cycle. I love being a small streamer, man. I'm gonna give up. I'm not streaming ever again. That shit sucked ass. I'm just being negative. I'm just being negative and whining. I'm just being negative and whining. I'm fucking miserable. In my defense, alright, comments are a pretty big way that people find your stuff on YouTube. Alright, there's a reason why every YouTuber nowadays asks you a question. Whine harder? No thank you. All the YouTubers nowadays, if you watch their videos, a lot of them will be like, what do you think about this? Leave a comment below. And the reason why is because comments help the algorithm a lot. And so not having any comments, not only is it weird, like if I see a YouTube video and it doesn't have any comments, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? That's weird. This person doesn't like comments? That's odd. I don't, that's, you know, that's weird. I don't want to be part of that. So I personally avoid channels that have their fucking comments turned off because I think it's weird. Now I'm the weird one. Admittedly, usually when they do it, it's on purpose, and clearly this wasn't, but goddamn, man, I'm fucking miserable up in here. At least I got a good system down for killing these, which makes sense because I get about 100 every cycle, and I need to do this about 60 times, I want to say. I want to say 60 times, about 60 times, yeah. Because I need a max of 5,700. No one's gonna know except Weeb. No one's gonna know what. Is Weeb in the chat? What's Weeb doing? That you had that off? What? That ideally people would know though, right? Ideally people would know that I had my comments turned off. You know, that's also, that's also part of it. Ideally, people would know that I had my comments turned off. You know, ideally, I wish I had been told. I wish I had been informed. And it's not anyone's responsibility to keep me informed, so I can't actually be mad. But goddamn, right? Logic doesn't, logic is not the source of emotion. Alright, it sucks. It sucks. There we go. You know, it doesn't make me feel any better to be like, actually, well, when you think about it, you know, it's no one's responsibility to help you out. Like, okay, yeah, man, I know. That doesn't make me feel better. So yeah, that sucks. That blows chunks. On the bright side, I guess I get to talk a little bit more. For the past 2 streams, I've really been suffering from success. I got a lot of, interaction with my chat, so I didn't really get the opportunity to say and talk about all the things that happened over Thanksgiving break, which is, you know what, that works out. I can turn this into what that is. I can turn this into what the stream back was meant to be. I'm sure I mentioned it to everyone that I'd use the VTuber avatar when it was opportune, and that it requires a lot more, what am I looking for, resources of the computer to do it while gaming, and so if I can do it while gaming I can, but for the most part I'll use a PNG. I think I mentioned it multiple times. Am I entirely ready for someone to come in here and be like, hey, you're not using your 3D model today? Yes, I'm very ready for that. I think I accepted that was an inevitability when I decided that I'd just fucking put on the PNG Tuber avatar anyways. Because admittedly, what I'm doing right now is not technically hard. It's actually pretty easy. But putting a bunch of input lag in Silksong is a very funny way to play the game, maybe for a viewer. Which, once again, we go back around to, nobody's noticed I've had my goddamn YouTube comments turned off, so I don't need to devote myself to suffering. Because there's no point. 2,000! We're 2/5 of the... No, that's not true. We're like a third of the way there. Yippee! This will also work because I need shards as well. It's crazy. It's actually so fucking insane that the last two places I went to, Sands of Karak and Bilewater, dog shit. Dog shit awful. They give literally no rosaries. In Bilewater, everything fucking explodes, and in Sands of Karak, everything just sucks dick and only gives you shards. Alright, insane what they're doing here. I really think they probably threw in the towel with this latter half of the game. Ooh, I keep trying to parry, which is stupid and dumb, but it would be really cool if I could do that. I have the skill for it, but it's less optimal than just doing this, so I don't have it equipped right now. Alright, anything cool, interesting happened? I put up my Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving. That's epic. I didn't really want to do it, and then I thought about it, and I was like, this isn't going to take that much time. What else am I going to do? And like, when I'm old, I'll be like, damn, you know? I wish I'd put up more Christmas trees with my family when I was younger. So I decided to do it anyways. It was okay. It was a fine time. Everybody was really angry. Everybody's really snippy, which I know is very funny for me, the guy who's literally doing an angry stream right now, to say. But I'm just calling it like I see. Everybody was pretty angry. Everyone's pretty snippy, and I don't really understand the reason why. It's probably because my sister's gaining more independence, but she's probably not using it in like a cool and interesting way, which is a very mean thing to say. So I should probably qualify. Low key. She's supposed to apply to honors college for the college she's going to, and she has not yet. Her ass has not decided to do anything, and I can't talk. Listen, I didn't apply to college until far after I graduated. And then I got into Kennesaw, and then I got into UGA. So clearly I've done well for myself. I didn't need that. I would have loved the help. I would have loved the help that my parents are currently trying to give my sister, but you want to know what? I guess there's only room to help one child in the family, and, you know, the prototype doesn't get the love. I get it. But whatever. Not my problem, huh? What is my problem is that I asked for a computer for Christmas. I asked for 2 computers for Christmas. I've mentioned this before, but there's a little bit I want to reiterate for it. One of them is $1,000 and $500. That's right, $1,500. That's an expensive computer. That's more expensive than anything I've ever purchased in my life. That said, I'd like a computer. It'd be pretty cool. And then I also asked for not a different computer. I provided 2 options. 2 options. One was $1,500. That's right. That was the smaller option. I'm greedy, man. Alright, I'd love a really big computer that could do a lot of things. And you might be asking, Moo, do you really think you're going to get a $1,500 computer? Or God forbid, a $2,200 computer? No, I don't. I asked for them because I know my father can afford them. I didn't ask for them because I know that I will get one. I decided to shoot for the stars, as it were. Now you might be thinking, Moo, how can you make such statements about your father's finances? It's still fucking insane to me that my parents bought my sister a fucking car. A new goddamn car that they bought her. They didn't give me shit, by the way. My dad gave me his car. Gave. And then he bought a new car for himself. Alright, listen, man. I appreciate the car. But what the fuck, man? Alright, I got promised a new car, got baited and switched with the old Honda Civic. I like the Honda Civic. It's useful. It suits my circumstances. I don't like driving that much anyway. Whatever. But the problem is different when you arrange it in such a what is it? The comparison is the thief of joy. You gave me your old ass car, and then you give my sister a new car, and they're like, actually, it's not even the newest model. It's not even the newest model. So when you think about it, it's not even really a new car. Fuck you. That's not what a new car means. Alright, you show me someone that says, well, it's not a new car if it's not the newest model. And I'll show you someone who, I don't know, probably has ties to Epstein in the fucking Barbados. I don't know where the goddamn island is, but you understand what I mean. Too rich for their own good, damn it. So do I deserve it? No. Do I deserve it by comparison? I think so. I think so. I'd like it. I'd like it. It'd be cool. I'd love to have a computer. Alright, it's a lot of money. But low-key, more has been spent for less. Because low-key, my sister fucked up her car like month 1. And there is still that nasty-ass dent. Because they haven't gotten it fixed. Because my dad's a cheapskate. Why did he buy her a new car? You're asking the wrong guy, man. Sorry, that's not true. I do know why. It's because he wanted a safe car for his little girl, and he decided to give me the old Honda Civic because he doesn't give a shit. yeah, I know why. It sounds like I'm complaining, and I kind of am, but I'm not really. I'm just pointing it out because holy fuck, I want a $2,000 computer. Are we being fucking for real right now? I don't deserve a $2,000 computer. I've not done anything worthy of such a thing. Hell, I don't think I've worked that hard in my entire life. That said, I want one, and I would like one, and I'd like to have one, and I want it for Christmas. And my birthday. Just to be clear, it's Christmas and my birthday. Alright, so when you really think about it, my sister got a car for neither of those things. She just got a car. It wasn't Christmas or her birthday. So surely a man's Christmas and birthday could amount to a $3,000 computer. Not 3,000, 2,000. I enunciated it weird. Alright, anyways, so that's the tale of my greed, and that's why come December 25th, I'm going to be on stream, and I'm going to be upset because I'm going to have any computer. My dad's going to give me an old Raspberry Pi he found in the garage. Oh, God willing, huh? Let's see, other than that, let's see. My friend invited me over to watch a movie at his place. We normally watch movies a lot. But as it stands right now, we don't talk as much. Not from my lack of trying. Alright, I'm just an annoying person. I'm just an annoying individual. I'm just a person who's hard to be friends with. I've tried to talk to him, he doesn't want to talk to me. So I'll like hit him up and then he'll just not respond because he doesn't want to. And like I talked to him about it while I was there. And he was like, oh, I'm busy. And then his girlfriend low-key backed me up. It was like, no, I was there. I was there when you didn't receive Jared. Jared. Not my name. Although it is my middle name. So I've been snapped out. Anyways. I was there when you didn't receive Christopher, not my real name's Kyle. Alright, he didn't do shit. And I told him, low-key, I don't give a shit if you're doing something. If you really wanted to get back to me, you'd get back to me. Alright, you don't need to respond immediately. Alright, the idea of texting isn't that you must respond, like, fucking frame 1. It's that you respond eventually. And if you don't want to do that, it's not a problem. It's not a matter of you being busy, it's a matter of you just not wanting to. Because eventually you will have free time. You could send a text, right? And if you wanted to wait until you were like, if you wanted to wait until you were more free to have a conversation, that's fine too. But low-key, if you just don't respond for the sake of not responding, what do you want me to do, man? I can't back you up. I'm not gonna. Because you're doing it to me, motherfucker. Alright? If you don't want to respond just because you don't feel like it, fuck you, man. You can at least say it instead of hiding behind excuses. So that's a bit of a bummer. I did want to watch a movie with him. But literally, I can't do anything else. I've already talked to him about it. I'm already the one asking to watch movies. Alright, there's only so much I can do. Before I just show up to his house and then start using his home as a personal movie theater, which is something I could do. Alright, I think it'd be fine. His family likes me. But that's a bit of a line that I don't think I'm willing to cross. I don't think I'm willing to do that. Alright, if he doesn't want to talk, we don't want to talk. It's just how it is. It is how it is. Die. Let's see, anything else? What's up, Julvio? Welcome to the upset stream. What's up? Hello. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else really notable that happened over Thanksgiving. It's hard because it was only for a couple days because I didn't want to stay with my family that long. And holy shit, let me just say it. It's insane. The amount of bathroom tech that has been discovered during my time away. Currently doing side quests. Real shit. I'm not. I'm gathering money. I have like 3,000. It'll show back up. It'll show back up when I kill these guys. I need like 6,000 money to buy out all of the items in the shop that I want. Am I meant to grind? I don't know, but it feels like everything in this goddamn game costs fucking money, and I don't have any of it. I'm poor. I'm in the slums of the Silksong world. I only have one piece of furniture for my apartment. So, yeah. Oh, that's right. My sister is somehow always in the bathroom. I do not understand. It is truly an anomaly. It's like Schrodinger's cat, dude. She is not in, or she is either inside or outside the bathroom, but you cannot know it until it is observed. It's a perfectly 50-50 chance, which logistically that shouldn't happen. All right, if you ever thought about going to the bathroom, you're not in the bathroom for 50% of the day. It just happens to be that every time I need to go to the bathroom to brush my goddamn teeth, she's in there. All right, who's making this shit up? It's got to be a prank, dude. They have to have a fucking camera put inside my room, and they're like, oh, he's moving. He's moving to the door. Quick, close the bathroom door. Just do it. Just do it, even if you're not doing anything in there. All right, fucked up. It's such a minor inconvenience, but I'm gonna be honest, man. The third time of not being able to brush my goddamn teeth when I want to brush my goddamn teeth, it gets to me. It gets to me. The third time, I was only there for 5 days. I was only there for 5 days, man. All right, there's gotta be a limit to this shit. It sounds like I don't brush my teeth in the morning. Oh, message redacted. My bad. It sounds like I don't brush my teeth in the morning. I wake up at different times than her. So there's probably not an opportunity for her to take up teeth brushing time when I wake up later than she does. So that part's not really an option. Thank God. Thank God, or else it'd be, I don't know, I guess, what would it be, 6 out of 10? That'd be bad. Alright, it's important to brush your teeth. No! I forgot to pick up shampoo. Oh, I went shopping today and I forgot to pick up shampoo, and now I'm gonna be a fucking goblin. Whatever, I can go to CVS at some point. I don't want to go to Walmart. I fucking hate Walmart. It's such a bad vibe. Maybe it's too elitist of me. But I hate entering a fucking Walmart. I've always been miserable. The minute I enter the goddamn premises, it's just a bad time. It's just a bad time. I've never been happy inside of a Walmart. I'm always lost. The workers never want to help me. The workers never know where I need to do. The app doesn't work. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here, man? Am I shopping, or am I undergoing a social experiment to see how far consumers will endure before they fucking leave? It's awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. Ah. Can I just kill you? I can just kill you, alright? We're working it out. I did have Walmart Subway once, and let me tell you something. Did not taste very good. Feel like maybe you could have assumed. You probably could have assumed it. Hell, you probably haven't tried Walmart Subway because just no. Why would you do that? But let me tell you something. You avoided it for the right. Reasons. Well, first of all, it doesn't taste good, and it's like weirdly expensive. Maybe it's just Subway that's weirdly expensive now. You know, I don't know how to fight anymore. I'm washed. But good heavens. Good heavens. Golly gee, even. Man. Let's see. I did see the Chainsaw Moon movie on Friday. I saw it at a mall. Oh, fuck. Listen, I really need you dead, man. Thank you. I saw it at a mall. Now, here's the thing about Friday. It was Black Friday last Friday. Didn't know. I don't really shop in person for things. My family doesn't celebrate Black Friday. A little peculiar, a little odd, but whatever. It kind of sucks. My dad's birthday is actually like before Black Friday, so if you want to buy him anything, you can't get it on sale, which kind of sucks balls, to be honest. But whatever, man. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So it was pretty busy, but I had a good. That is not true. That is not true. I did have a good time, but the screen was like blue. The screen had a little splotch in it. I can't believe I haven't mentioned the splotch yet on stream. I haven't had the opportunity to talk about Thanksgiving break. The splotch is real. Hold on. I got 2 pictures of it. Fucking, this is obscene. This is fucking absurd, man. This is a real movie theater. It's in a mall, admittedly, but like, what the fuck is that? That man is purple. That man is fucking purple. Uh-oh. Yoink. Oh, there we go. Alright, you fucking look at, where's Glasses PNG? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Anyways, let's get rid of the Dracovish. That, I shit you not, I watched fucking the Chainsaw Man movie on the screen. And it was blue the whole way through. Nobody came to fix it. So shout out the mall movie. The mall movie theater, I'm never going again. The thing is, I wasn't excited. Alright, let me be clear. I love going to places with high crime rates. Alright, it's my favorite places to be. I love being there. However, I was a little excited because the mall movie theater is 40 minutes away, and AMC South Lake, I think is what it's called. Apparently South Lake is like a bad place in Georgia. I don't know it that well. I just, whenever I tell people I'm going there, they're like, be careful. The thing is, that's like an hour away, and that's kind of a pain in the ass to drive through, especially because it's on 285. And I assume you don't know what 285 is. But every time anybody mentions the road, it's always in a negative sense. Oh, 285, I-15. You know, whenever anybody refers to the goddamn interstate number, they're usually just being like, traffic's crazy. Although in my defense, when you look up the word traffic on the internet, alright, like the third image is Atlanta. The third image is Atlanta. So I have some claims to the throne. You got New York, you got LA, and you got Atlanta. And those are the cities with the most traffic. Alright, but complaining about traffic is boring and cringe. Almost as boring and cringe as talking about the relationship between your parents and your sister and your parents and you to try and elicit this kind of deserving sense of asking for a $2,000 computer, which is something I would never do. That would be strange and peculiar. I want to use the word so bad, but I don't know if it's a gay slur. I want to use the keyword so bad instead of peculiar. You know, but I fear that it might not be a good thing to use, so I don't use it. I don't even use it that much. It's kind of taken root in my head, similarly to the fungus that controls ants. Anyways, what was I talking about? That's right. So I went to the mall movie theater. Sucked ass. The vibe was cool, but everything was really expensive. So, your boy settled for. In case you didn't know, Wicked Part 2 is premiering in theaters. And by premiering, I mean it's in theaters right now. If you really want to go watch it, you can. And turns out, because it's a pretty big movie, I don't know if you've heard of it, they're selling ices. One of them is based off of Alphaba, the green one, and the other one is based off of Ariana Grande, the pink one. And so I had the pink strawberry lemonade icy. Yeah, strawberry lemonade icy. I got something to tell you. It actually tastes a little bit more like strawberry banana. So, yeah, it was fine. I don't know. I got like a large. It was 50 cents more. I didn't need the large. I would have settled with a medium, but it was 50 cents more. Like, what am I, broke? Yes. Should I have done it? No. But did I? Yes. Anyways. And then I went back. Oh, I finally got my YouTube Music recap. Let me tell you something. I listen to a lot. The thing is, YouTube Music recaps are kind of fucked because I use YouTube Music for the computer for stream. I use Stream Music sometimes, and so that doesn't go into my YouTube Music recap. Why, I don't know. But whenever I listen to anything on the computer, it doesn't count in the YouTube Music recap that's on my phone. All right, whatever. However, what it does affect, the music I listen to on the computer does affect my recommendations for the music I listen to on my phone. That means that I've listened to I'm in the top 0.1% of listeners for Out of the Orbit by Garode. Which I think is really funny. And you might be thinking, Moo, I don't remember what that song is. You probably play it a lot. I sound like Drew Gooden. I sound like Drew Gooden. Let me put it on. Let me put it on. You'll remember it. You'll know. If you've been watching the streams, you'll know. I hate that because then you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna be like, I don't fucking know that song. I don't fucking know that song. I watch your streams. What's this guy fucking talking about? I'm in the 0.1% listeners for this song. It's hard. Listen, it goes hard. What do you want me to do? Not listen to it? I have bad news. That won't save my YouTube Music recap for this year. I don't even know, man. Like, all my other artists are like normal-ish, and then it's just Garode, Out of Orbit. It's just this one song too. Listening to that one song, is this gonna disappear? Or am I gonna have to make it disappear? I'm gonna have to make it disappear. Okay. I feel like an upset mom. Never mind. There it goes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Buster Brown. Anyways, that happened today. That happened. I'm sorry. Boom! But no, I wanted to watch a movie tonight. I've wanted to watch a movie every night for the past 3 nights, but I haven't gotten around to it. Which kind of sucks. Oh! I probably should. The thing is, I want to watch Wake Up Dead Man, which is the latest of the Knives Out trilogy. And by latest of the Knives Out trilogy, it's the 3rd one. Wouldn't it be crazy if I fucked up the fight and then I lost all of my money that I just grinded for? Wouldn't that be kind of crazy? Yeah, that would be kind of crazy, huh? I should buy things. I'm not all the way at my goal, alright? Don't get it twisted. I'm not done. However, I can probably buy a couple things. I don't even remember where the shops are. Oh, I do remember where the shops are, yeah. Yeah. Where the fuck I'm meant to get the other 3, I don't know. I already have a lot, so this isn't that big of a deal. And I want the spool extender. Look at that. Look at how much fucking... That was almost 1,000 monies. Yeah, we'll go down here. This is actually a gripe I have with this game. So there's this place called the Grand Bellway, if you don't know it. And it's the intersection between the little dog and the elevators. Alright? So you have the elevators that you use to get around in the Citadel and places near the Citadel, and then you have the dog that you use to get around literally everywhere else. Aira, as people refer to her. It, them, him, I don't know. But it's not very fancy. It's not a very grand Beltway. And I know it's like a minor nitpick, but I am in that fucking Beltway like all the fucking time. Like if you played this game, you're in that Beltway all the fucking time. They could at least add like a little something something to it, you know what I mean? Hello, Glinda. No, we're gonna buy this first. I'm gonna buy this. Let's go, spool fragment. Yes, my spool fragment. I have so much spool. And then the snitch pick. Throw your big needle and scratch shiny straight off of your target shell. I don't really know how that works, but whatever, man. Alright, you might be thinking, Moo, it looks to me like you bought everything of worth, and I would agree with you, except for the part where we haven't gone to Bellheart yet. Why are we going to Bellheart? Are you really grinding money for your apartment? Yes, I want my apartment to look stylish. Is that a crime? A crime to buy furniture from knockoff rooms to go? I don't think so. So I haven't bought anything for it yet. There's also like one really important quest I need to do for part 3. I just haven't yet, and it's right there on that board. Right there on that board. I've done literally everything else, but I haven't done that one, and I'm not gonna do it until I buy everything for my apartment. Is it gonna do this every time I buy something? Because if so, I don't know if I want to. I don't want to like zoom off the edge because then I'll look stupid. Wow. Oh shit. I'm goated. Oh, cylinders. That's weird. I thought I'd find more, but I didn't find that. Well, it's probably my fault. Actually, it's probably my fault that I haven't found more. So never mind. All right, hold on. We need to crank some math right here. Because I decided to buy things, I need to calc out the amount of money I need left. Can't you do it in your head? Aren't you an accounting major? Yes, I could. Do I want to? No. Apparently there's a dementia test that's like count backwards from 100 by sevens. And it was really hard. And I've tired myself out. I did that 2 days ago. I need about 2,000. 1720 specifically. And that's the thing. You go to Bellheart, you do the thing, you go all the way to Ayura over here, you call her, and then she gets back up, and you gotta travel again. You go all the way to the Grand Bellway, which you have to be at in order to change stations, right? Guess what? It just doesn't look that grand. It doesn't look that grand, I'll say it. Like, don't get me wrong, in terms of interconnectedness, it's pretty good. But even then, not really. You can go down. You can go down to the underworks. You don't need to, because guess what? How do I zoom? Well, that wasn't what I wanted. That was the opposite of what I wanted to do. You know, guess what? Boom, there's the elevator right there. So you don't need to go through here. Okay, well, what if you want to go to the Whispering Vaults? Why would you want to go there? Alright, for sure. Good heavens. It feels like they could have done more with this. You know, low-key, you spent like years in this game. You spent years making this game, probably going through the Grand Bellway like millions of times. But you didn't want to like add a little extra something to it, like not at all. Like, come on guys, come on Team Cherry. Do better. Be better. That's right. Speaking of be and do better, my timeline on Twitter, Elon Musk sabotaging me. He's doing it. I know he's doing it. I know he's doing it intentionally. It is so like incel pilled right now, and I don't know how to make it stop because it keeps showing up and it's kind of fucking annoying. Like every now and then I'll see, like, not every now and then, every like a little bit, it'll be like, this is why men, by Gen Z men, have turned fascist, as you like to call them. Like, whoa man, what happened here? What's going on? Because I don't give a shit about this. Alright, listen, I've already been here. I've already traveled through this point in my life, and I don't need to go back. Alright, call me crazy. Don't feel the need. Don't feel it. I've grown out of it. Alright, no offense to everybody still doing it, but I'm a grown man now, and I don't really want to go back and do the old women these days are why men have turned to fascism. Women won't have sex with me, and that's why I voted for Donald Trump. I'm sorry, I just can't, we're not here anymore. I'm gone. You can still be there, ideally don't, but you can still be there. Don't take me with you. Because that's not where I'm trying to be at right now. I don't. It's so bad. It's so bad recently, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm secretly becoming more right wing than I realize. You know, maybe the Twitter algorithm isn't doing anything. It's a reflection of my subconscious. But if so, ideally they would stop, because my Twitter feed's awful now. Speaking of awful things on the internet, sports people. People who are fans of sports somehow drop like a million bajillion IQ points on the internet. It is so bad. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna try and increase my encoder because I'm noticing it's skipping a lot. I don't like that. Listen, I don't want to be mean towards the creators of Silksong. This game does not seem that demanding. I'm gonna try putting it on max quality and we're just gonna see how it goes. We're just gonna see how it goes. Look at that. It doesn't look that much better to me, but whatever. Maybe it'll do stuff over time. Maybe it'll overload my encoder and my computer will pop. I don't know, maybe. But anyways, that's right. So there was this YouTube short I responded to, I commented on, because it had 0 comments, and the guy was like, what do you guys think about load management in the NBA? For those of you who don't know, load management is a pretty simple concept. I said that in a way that's very mean. I don't mean it like that. It's where NBA players will just not play games because they're like, well, I don't want to overexert myself, you know, I don't want to play too much. And you might be thinking, okay, you might be thinking either that's the dumbest fucking thing possible and that your job is to play in the NBA and that you should do it all the time, every time you have the opportunity to do it, unless you're actively sick or hurt. Or you're like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they're like 82 games in a season. You don't gotta play like all of them. If you really don't want to play all of them, take a couple of them off, man. You don't have to. Personally, that's in the camp I'm in. If you want to load manage, probably a good idea to load manage. Injuries are kind of severely debilitating, especially when you make your money off of being physically active. If you feel as though taking a couple breaks is good for your life and good for your money and good for your bag, what am I gonna do? Say no? Would I be upset if LeBron played literally 0 games ever again? Yes. But would I also be upset if LeBron retired? Also yes. And load management will also always lead to more games in retirement. All right. I'm not a burn fast, die fast type of guy. All right. LeBron is my GOAT. Damn it. He's been in the league for fucking 23 years. That's older than me. LeBron James has been in the NBA for longer than I have been alive. Okay, you think he did that without load management? Michael Jordan couldn't do that. Michael Jordan didn't do that. He tried. Motherfucker really went hard and tried, and it just did not work out for him. That's why he's not my GOAT. All right, went out with a whimper. That's what I've always said. That's not true. That's not true. I've not said that. But here's the thing. I responded in the comment section, and they were like, no. But first of all, I got called weak. I don't play in the NBA. I'm not there. I'm not on the court, man. I'm weak for what? I'm not doing anything. I responded in a YouTube comment section. And I was like nice and respectful, and I was like, you know, I understand where he's coming from, but as much as they're entertainers, they're also athletes. Because Michael Jordan, who is the GOAT to many people, said that load management is stupid. And that's nice. But if you happen to see the stats of how Michael Jordan's career went over time, you might notice that there was this thing at the end called a downward slope. And it's pretty steep. It is pretty steep, let me just say that. Okay? And he made so much money, he doesn't need to give a shit, right? But, you know, for many NBA players who maybe are not making that much money, or you just want to make more money, maybe you don't want the curve to be that steep. Maybe you want the slope to be a little less steep, you know what I mean? And that's what load management is supposed to take care of. It's supposed to keep that from happening for you. But he said that it's your job to play every game, because if someone bought tickets to your NBA game, you need to be there for them, which I understand, you know. It's a way that phrases it as very pro-consumer. However, Michael Jordan was also an owner of the NBA and pushed for NBA players to be paid less. So, in terms of putting things on for the customer, I don't really give a shit about what he says. I don't give a shit about his opinions. He plays pretty good basketball, and he played pretty good basketball. Old ass fuck didn't load manage. Look where he is now, huh? Oh man. Anyways, I was like, oh, yeah, I understand. Personally, I think load management is more effective. I got 3 different comments disagreeing with me. I was the only one to comment on the YouTube short at first. People came out of the woodwork to disagree with me. It's fucking insane. They're like, you are totally contradictory. All right, you make no sense whatsoever. Like, okay, man. And I said that the players of the league now are more injury prone than ever. And I am of the idea that as the game has evolved and gotten more physical and more silly and less medical care is being taken by teams, because here's the thing about basketball, in case you don't know, if your team doesn't give a shit about your health, low-key, unless you have your own team, you just have to eat shit. Alright? If your team hires like a bad doctor and they're like, oh, you can play in the next game, uh-oh, guess what? You actually have a hairline fracture in your foot and you should be resting for maybe about a month or 2, and you're actually on the court and you snap your fucking ankle or some shit. And then they'll cut you and they'll trade you and then you won't get another contract again. So it's up to the players to make sure that they are in the right physical sense. Now, alright, in terms of all of this, load management seems pretty reasonable. Alright, the player exerting their own will to just not play games. How many players out right now, NBA? Because I remember it being quite a lot. Oh my god. Google AI is the worst fucking thing ever. Anyways, these are all the people out right now. Is Anthony Davis on here? Anthony Davis day-to-day, Kyrie Irving out, Nikola Jokic day-to-day. Nikola Jokic, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis are all incredibly famous people. Klay Thompson day-to-day, these are all incredibly big stars in the sport. I know Kawhi Leonard is on here. Is Kawhi Leonard actually cleared to play? Was he cleared to play? Did he play? He's playing right now. He's losing right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Listen, you gotta believe me. This motherfucker has not played in... He's only played in 5 games. He's only played in 5 games.
Across town.
There have been like 15. There have been like 20. There have been like 20 games right now. The Clippers are 5-15. He's only played in 5. Okay, anyways, my assertion was that in a world where the idea of basketball has gotten a lot more physical, it's a lot harder on the human body, because right now NBA is having a bit of an Achilles issue, and what that means is that everybody's snapping their fucking Achilles tendons, and somehow nobody knows what's happening, which is a little insane because it's a professional sports league. Surely people should have an idea of why everybody's fucking Achilles is snapping, but we just don't. Whatever, man. The best player on the Indiana Pacers team, which went to the finals last season, guess what? He's out with an Achilles tear. Achilles tear happened in the last fucking game. Or that's not true, in the last fucking game, but it happened in the finals. And then he got out, and guess what? He's not playing anymore. The Pacers lost the finals, and now they're like the worst team in the fucking NBA because he snapped his Achilles. That doesn't mean anything about an Achilles thing. It just means that people are snapping their Achilles. But all I'm saying is that you have the GOAT of your... No, that's not true. He's not the GOAT, but he's pretty good. You have the best player right now in your entire franchise, and he snaps his Achilles heel, and then that fucking screws you, and you don't... nobody's like, oh no, man, we should do something about this. This shit's important. I'll say it. I'll be the first one to say it. Load management is important and good. Anyways, they were really mean to me in that comment section. Anyways, that's what all this has been about. They were very mean in my comment section, and that hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. I wish they'd be nicer. Also, they're stupid and dumb. It's my fault. I used the word LeBron. You can't talk her out. You can't talk about LeBron in front of other people. Alright, it's weird. If you mention LeBron in a positive light or against anybody who around anybody who really likes Michael Jordan, they fucking go rabid. It's like a red-eyed, foam at the mouth, afraid of water type shit. Anyways, the worst part is that I got owned. The worst part is that I got owned. Because I got mad because they were being mean to me. And then they got mad and they're better at being mad than I am on the internet. That's by far the worst part about it. I got owned. You know, in the realm of debate, I lost. That is by far the worst part of it. Alright, he beat me. There's this old Mark Twain quote, which is incredibly ironic for me to say as a loser. But it's don't argue with stupid people because they'll bring you down to their level and beat you with experience. And let me just say, listen, I got brought down to his level very quickly. There was not clearly the difference between me and his level were not that far, because it was instantly. I was instantly like, fuck this guy fucking sucks, this guy's dumb. In my defense, he was stupid. In my defense, he was fucking stupid. All right, what do you want me to do? Not respond to the incredibly stupid person? He's over here telling me that everything's perfectly fine and that load management is the cause of injuries in the NBA. Listen, man, if I was the owner of an NBA franchise, I'd say the same shit, man. Yeah, you're right. Players shouldn't load manage. They should play all the games. It's not my problem. I don't give two shits about their future. Alright? To be honest, I don't care that much about the futures of many of the NBA people because I don't know them. What if LeBron was going to play for 30 seasons? We got to keep him ready. I'm joking. That motherfucker's retiring like soon. He's retiring like soon. I watched the Jazz game. The Lakers versus the Jazz is a game that happened maybe, it was during Thanksgiving. Hold on. Let me pull my letterboxed. Moo, why are you pulling up your letterboxd? Because I watched the Indiana Jones movie and I didn't enjoy it that much because at the time, on the 23rd of November, the Los Angeles Lakers, which is the team that LeBron James is on, play the Utah Jazz, which is the team that nobody important is on. I'm very sorry, Markkanen, that's his name. He's a really good Jazz player, but the Jazz are really bad, so it doesn't matter. That was on, and I watched a little bit of it, and I was like, well, I'm free. I should finish the Indiana Jones movie, because I had begun watching it prior. And the entire time, I just wanted to go watch the basketball game. I just wanted to go watch it, man. Listen, not to be mean towards Indiana Jones, that movie was not better than the game. Alright? Once the movie ended, I went to go watch the game, and I was like, damn, this shit rocks. I should have watched this more. Oh man. But no, that guy's so fucking old. He's 40. He's a 40-year-old professional athlete. Your prime is like your 20s. You can be okay in like your 30s, early 30s. Even that, you're pretty good in like your mid 20s. You fall off a little bit around late 20s, and then early 30s you're on like your last legs. And once you get to late 30s, you're just fucking like a walking corpse, basically. You're just waiting for your team to. Everyone's waiting for you to retire. But that's the thing, not LeBron. He's still like pretty good, but you can tell that motherfucker's old. All right, watching that game, he was walking around. I used to walk around during my pee-wee soccer games, and I got yelled at by the coach for not hustling. Alright, LeBron James is just walking around the basketball court, bro. What are you doing? Craziest part? Still pretty good. when he got to the ball, he was pretty good. But when he did not have the ball, that guy was walking around. He's so tired. He's so tired, man. He's 40. I'm not 40 yet. That's double my age. I can't even imagine what it's like to be 40. That's probably old as shit. God, I'm losing the 40-year-old demographic. No, I need to pivot. I can appreciate his commitment to his individual retirement plan, though. All right, almost there. Pro tip, by the way, if you don't have if you're working a job and you have a Roth IRA or a 401k or some shit, you got to get on that, man. That's free money. In Georgia, you don't have to take personal finance classes, and so I never got the opportunity to take it. And so I only really learned about personal finance recently at the end of my tax class. Apparently, you can just put your money into savings accounts and they'll give you like a shit ton of free money that compounds over time at an extreme rate. Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. That's great. I wish someone had told me about that. Unfortunately, I went to fucking shittown high school, USA. Man. I still fucking hate that place. I think I got traumatized there. I'm not gonna lie. I'll still think about it sometimes, and like I can't go to sleep. I tried thinking. I tried just going to sleep normally. During Thanksgiving break, I couldn't do it. Because I couldn't stop thinking about high school. I had to put on a YouTube video about basketball. That's why I'm talking about it, by the way. It's my recent obsession. I had to put on a video about basketball to take my mind off of it. I went downstairs, I got some milk. That is not the behavior of someone whose high school was like good or even average. That is the behavior of someone who had serious problems in high school. And I think I should sue for emotional distress. Do I think I'd get any money from it? No, because it's a high school. But I'm just saying, I'd like it if my principal were to be lowered into a big vat of tar, along with my calc teacher. That would make me feel better. Would it be proportional to the amount of pain I've undergone? Maybe. I think we should just try it. I think we should try lowering all the people I don't like into a big vat of boiling tar. And then if I feel better afterwards, then it works. And if I don't feel better afterwards, then we're fine. But I think it's worth a shot, damn it. And I'm willing to believe. Oh man, I fucking hate going back home, bruh. I hate going back home. I do not want to fucking talk to any of the people I've met in high school. I do in high school. I do not want it. Sometimes I'll see people from my high school and I like cringe. I don't want to interact with this person. Luckily for me, I'm a lot more. That's not true. I'm not socially adept. As seen literally yesterday when I folded in a conversation. When I folded in a conversation, it was literally like 2 minutes. What is it? There's a GIF. There's a GIF that I really thought exemplified my struggle there. Unfortunately, it's on Discord. Oh my god. I can't, there's no way to show you this. I could drop in the server, I guess. I could drop in the server. It's weird, you guys can't see where I'm looking now. Listen, I'm gonna say it. I like the 3D model. There's a reason I have it. There's a reason I have it. You guys can't see where I'm looking now. The minute I hopped into that voice call with Jewel VO, it was like Evangelion, and the internal powers run out, and I gotta survive for 5 minutes. I just got so stressed for no reason. You know, it was like, I don't know, it's like prey instinct activated, man. It was so bad. Alright, so let's not say socially adept, because that's not true. Alright, I folded in maybe the easiest social circumstance ever. Someone enjoyed my content enough, which is mainly me, to make fan art, and it looks really good. And all I have to do is like be normal and say thank you, and I couldn't do it. I folded. It's hard to express gratitude in such a genuine way directly. It's easier to like type it, it's easier to say it through the screen, but to say it in person, it's like, no. Alright, so let's not say socially adept, but I'm like emotionally adept to tell people to like go away, I think, if I really don't want them to be there. Especially if it's like from my high school, which is such like a ick, I think. Women talk about getting the ick. I have the ick towards anyone from my high school. If you mention my hometown like, oh, I'm from there, ick. Gross. Because the problem with my hometown is it's really small, so everybody knows everybody else. Everybody runs into everybody else. And naturally, in a situation where I had a really bad time, everybody knowing everybody else isn't good. It isn't good for me. Ideally, nobody would know anybody else. Ideally, at least my suffering would be isolated, but then it expands. I'm not willing to go into it right now, although I am going into it. Although I am going into it, I'm not going to go into it right now. Finally, I'm rich. My bell's about to be looking the finest in town. I'm going to be the belle of the ball, baby. My bedtime is not at 10 a.m., bro. Get this fucking shit out of here. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god, that's right. All of my my sleep schedule is fucked now. Because I don't need to wake up at 8 a.m. Well, I don't need to wake up like late ever again. Or super early again. I think I should probably be sleeping at 12 and waking up at 8. I think that's good. But I don't need to wake up at like 6 a.m. anymore, and I think that's really cool. Oh my god, my bell is the bell of the ball. It's not finished! You've not finished with my bell, motherfucker. What the hell? Okay, this is so pretty. I wish my actual apartment looked like that. How do I get these? I want the little fairy lights. Maybe I should, when I go buy shampoo, I should go into Walmart, find shampoo, and then buy fairy lights. I think it'd be pretty. Alright, well here's the thing. I've bought literally everything I'm pretty sure I could buy. There's definitely more. Like 100%, there's definitely more. However, I don't know where that would be, so... Where's the spool extender? I could have sworn, yeah, there it is. Or the multi-binder. Okay, here's the thing. I don't even have all the crests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's a 6th one somewhere. Moo, that's definitely in Act 3. How do you know about that? Because there's an achievement for it. Let me just say it. Hollow Knight Silksong has really bad achievements. Alright, so many of these are spoilers. And it's actually kind of disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, I was finding out about mild spoilers. Like, this is nice. Appreciate this, but like... It's been, like, such a long time since I played this game. Yeah, there we go. 2 spool fragments. When did I start? Trading cards. September 4th? Yeah, so I started playing Silksong because... Load more fucking activity. Are you fucking stupid? There we go. I started playing Silksong because, I noticed that a bunch of people who already owned it was like, they defeated Lace in Deep Docks. You know, they defeated the 4th chorus. You know, and then I start playing, and it's like, they defeated the Cogwort dances in Trobio. And they granted the first wish, and they defeated Widow. And they, what is this? Get the fuck off of my screen, bro! And they learned the Citadel's threefold song. Like the achievements here are so open, and clearly they made more of them hidden, which is very nice. I appreciate it. But hey, man, when the fucking game drops, how about you make them hidden then, so that the guy who's not like a little late to the party doesn't get like cocked. Hold on, there we go. Doesn't get absolutely reamed by the fact that he hasn't played the game yet, and then he gets everything spoiled for him through the achievements, huh? They could have done better with this game. I'll say it. I think this game's pretty good. And as the only game of the entire Game of the Year roster, if I had to pick a winner, I'd say this one. But some of this stuff, man, some of this stuff is like not that hard to do. And it's weird that they didn't think about it. Like, you're telling me not a single person at Team Cherry was like, what if we should make the achievements hidden so that we don't spoil the game for everybody else? And then nobody said that. Not one. Am I stupid? Do I deserve to get spoiled just because I didn't play it immediately? Fuck you, man. It's like, oh, it's not that much of a spoiler. You don't even know what they are. I don't know. I like going into things with literally the least amount of information possible. I went and saw one battle after another with literally no expectations, and it turned out to be one of my favorite movies of all time. Alright? To me, my expectations become so grossly high sometimes that I'd rather just not have any at all. And for me, that works. And for it, you know, it enhances my experience of playing video games. Everything usually goes pretty well. As long as I don't know what I'm doing or I don't know what I'm expecting, for the most part, I have a good time. You know? Like, I don't know. This is easier to show with movies rather than video games, frankly. So I'll show it with movies rather than video games. I expected this to be. I did not think this would be as good as it was, and it was really good. So fuck me. All right, Chainsaw Man movie owned me. I'll say it. Let me transform and flip this. I don't know what the fuck that was, but whatever, man. I don't know what the hell that was, but whatever, man. I've already seen this movie and I liked it. I never saw Flow before. I was watching a movie with a friend and she was like, let's just watch this one. Or my parents said to watch this one, and then we did, and I really loved it. I've never read Frankenstein. I expected this movie to be good. It was just okay. I expected this movie to be really good, and it was not really good. I expected this to be slop. I expected this to be good. It worked out. No expectations, no expectations. I expected this to be good. It was just alright. I expected this to be really good. It was fine, but it wasn't like a banger. No expectations. Fucking loved it. Expected this to be good. 4. And don't get me wrong, 4 is like a good movie. But for the most part, you're looking at the things I had expectations for. They're limited to like a 4 and down. And 4 is a good rating for a movie. 4 out of 5 is good. Other than this one. Alright, this is an anomaly. Don't believe that. It's a small sample size. You'll just have to believe me. Alright, but the things I don't have... I expected this to be good. If I have expectations on it, I am harder on it, I think, mentally. You know, but when I watch the Chernobyl HBO TV show, just because I saw Stellan Skarsgård in it and I thought he was really cool, and then I love it, guess what? 5 stars. You know what I mean? It is how it is. You watch Paul with no expectations, you're like, okay, this actually is pretty good. You watch, I don't know what I was thinking with Superman. The movie is not 5 stars. I just needed it. I just needed it when it dropped. Is there another movie I had? You go into Mr. Fantastic Fox expecting it to be peak. Guess what? 3.5. You go into Batman Begins expecting it to be peak. Guess what? 2.5. Ooh, stinker. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? Sometimes movies are good. And you expect them to be good, and they are good. And that's great. I really love it when I expect something to be good. Or I expect nothing of something. And then it's like amazing and it floors me away. Because my expectations were so low because I didn't have it. You know, so there's no preconceived notions or biases playing into my ideas at all. You know? Admittedly, you know, that's a little impossible with sequels. Obviously, I enjoyed Hollow Knight. I expected Silksong to be good. You know, but for the most part, I didn't really have any preconceptions about what they were going to do with it. And ideally, I wouldn't. Because, like, people said the bosses were hard. Let me tell you a little secret. The bosses are not that hard. They're not that hard. Alright, hardest bosses in this is Citadel Lace. I think I had to take a break for Trabio. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I think I had to take a break for Trabio. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I did. But yeah, Trabio, Citadel Lace, really that's it. You know, like, don't get me wrong, there are fights that I've taken like a while to beat. But sometimes it's just I'm playing bad. And listen, it's demeaning to say this, but it feels real to me. If I'm playing like shit and I die like repeatedly to your boss, you don't get props for that. Alright. When, like, there's this video on Twitter that I'll never forget. I'll never forget seeing it. Of a man having sex with a tree. He sticks his penis in a tree. And I assume he must have contracted something. Or like he cut something, or he must have hurt himself in some way. And I'm not gonna be like, nature's dangerous. Because that guy's fucking stupid. Alright, if a stupid guy smashes his head into a brick wall, I don't be like, that brick wall's kinda nuts. That brick wall's a very difficult game. That's a hard boss fight. Grub mother? Listen, she's tough. Old school tough. No, I was just really tired. Citadel Lace though, that shit fucked me up. That shit was kinda hard. But even then, I mean, the thing with Hollow Knight for me, and Silksong, so both, is that the bosses themselves aren't hard. I could beat all of the bosses, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's just how to get to the bosses is annoying. Like, for Bile Water. There's a bench here that I didn't discover. I'm not gonna go back for it. Alright, they can suck my toes. But I went all the way down here. Up. And I had to climb all the way up here. I had to go... Because this place wasn't open yet. Because you have to beat this place to unlock this. So I went... Like, 7 times, maybe. And 7 times isn't a lot. 7 times isn't a lot when you really think about it. But it felt like a lot. You know, the difficulty wasn't in the actual gameplay. It was just in like, now you gotta do this annoying thing over again. Like, okay. You know, and if that's difficulty, I got news for you, pal. Make a better game. Lucky, make a better game. Boss fights are not that tough. The difficulty comes from making me repeat tedious, annoying tasks. Be better, Loki. Be better. I think the bosses are fun. There's a difference between difficulty and fun. That much is for sure. And I think the boss fights here are fun. I think they're better than Hollow Knight, but I think Hollow Knight had harder boss fights. That or I was just worse at video games. Could be both. A little column A, a little column B. So I still remember I quit playing Hollow Knight because of one boss. Let me see if I can find it. There was one boss that kicked my ass so fucking hard that I couldn't even, like, I just gave up. I couldn't do it. I didn't know if I had to do it, but like I did it. Let me see. Oh, this is actually exactly what I wanted, and there it goes. Okay. If I could get bosses, please. It's crazy because this isn't. There we go. Yeah, Broken Vessel. Broken Vessel kicked my ass so fucking hard. Like, genuinely, like, because the thing is, it's hard for me. It was harder than Great Nail Stage Fly. It's harder than Groupmaster Trim. It was harder than all of these and all of these and all of these. Alright, truly, Broken Vessel was so hard for me, and I reckon now if I had to play all of these back to back, which I have, and I failed. I never Pantheon 5'd it, but I Pantheon 4'd it. Pantheon 5, so you fight all the bosses back to back. Like, don't get me wrong, Hollow Knight's really hard. Great Nail Stage Fly is really hard. Pure Vessel is really hard. Not. This isn't hard. This isn't hard. This is annoying. This isn't hard. This is kind of tough. You know, they're definitely stronger fights, but in that moment, I just couldn't get past Broken Vessel, and I had to quit. And to me, forever, that's always going to be what a hard Hollow Knight boss fight is. Because when I lose to Nail Stage Fly, I don't go, oh man, that guy's really tough. I go, it's so fucking bullshit, I have to kill literally everything just to get back here again. That's my problem with it. Alright, you stick me up against Nail Stage Fly and it's just me and him. Like, I die and I just need to fight him again. I win pretty easy within 5 attempts. The problem is that in order to get there, you gotta do all that shit. And obviously, for Pantheon 5ing, where you have to fight literally everything back to back, you just fight everything until you're good enough to not lose ever. And then you do them all back to back, and it's just a challenge of endurance. And endurance is hard, but I think it's a little cheaper than just actual technical effort. I know. Moo. There's clearly a type of difficulty here that you just don't agree with, and you're invalidating it by saying that, you know, it's not real difficulty, when clearly it's hard for you. Clearly it counts. But it just doesn't feel right in my soul. You know what I mean? Like when I played the Mario Bro, and I lose on World 5-4, on level 5-4, and I get sent all the way back. I guess that's difficult. I suppose. The actual difficulty of the level I don't think is particularly high. It's just the punishment is so large for failing. And by the time I get back, I don't have enough time to practice the level. You know, which is why, I don't know. Celeste permanently altered my brain chemistry, I think. In terms of, like, difficulty. Because in Celeste, you just go back to the screen. And sometimes you have to do stuff all over again. And I don't really like that, but, you know. I just like Celeste a lot more when it does it. I'm sorry. Is this game better than Celeste? No. Will I give it as much slack as I give Celeste? No. Because there are parts in Celeste that I didn't like. But I can look back on it and be like, damn, that game was so good. I even liked the parts that I didn't like. Like, I hate endurance sections. I remember I was playing a game on stream, I can't remember which. And I died, and I had to go all the way back, and I was like, this fucking archaic, arcade fucking bullshit, go all the way back to the start. I was bad, I was pissed. You know what I mean? But like, for the most part, it's not that big of an issue. But when you make it an issue, like when you do it on purpose and you make it an issue, that's kind of when I get mad. Alright. Because normally I have no problem walking all the way back. It's not that big of a deal. But when it's like annoying, when it's not like, it doesn't feel like real deserved true difficulty. It just feels like, oh yeah, no, let's design like a really annoying part. That's when I get kind of pissy. Die. Goodbye. But no, I woke up kind of late today. I really would love to fix my sleep schedule. The problem is that I don't really want to sleep early, but I really don't want to pull an all-nighter. And those are really the only two ways to do it. Because I'm not sleepy at all right now. I'm tired emotionally, but I've been tired emotionally for like 4 months. The stream is really helping. I was really upset and mad earlier when I started streaming. I was really upset and mad an hour and 20 minutes ago, and now I feel a lot better. What? The guy who uses the stream to vent about his life problems is vented about his life problems. Some of it's not even a problem, I just like the line. But he used it as a vent, and now he feels better after talking everything out. It's crazy. People will pay money just to talk to a therapist. Low key. I got 10 bucks. I got 10 bucks this month. This is so much better than therapy. I'm gonna say it. Alright, the thing about therapy is that, well, it also just provides an ear to listen, I think. Keep in mind, I've never had it. Alright, I've taken AP Psych, which is the, like, basic, college level, like, really easy, simple, babies first, like, what is therapy? So I'm not an expert, as far as I'm aware. I think a lot of therapy is just listening to people talk, and then, like, telling them about, like, what they should do, giving them advice, telling them how they should think about things. And as it stands, for most things, I feel like I know what to think about them. Like, because that's the thing, earlier, I was upset because, you know, nobody told me that my comments were off for 3 months. And that sucks, but I can't put that on anyone else. It's not anybody else's responsibility to tell me. Yeah, I wish someone had. I do wish. But, like, I can't be mad at people for doing this thing that's not, you know, that's not required of them. They didn't have to do that. Watching the stream doesn't mean that you need to chat. Watching the stream doesn't mean that you need to tell me when I fuck up. You know? Ideally, I would know when I fuck up. Like, you don't need to chat. It's my job to entertain. And I will maintain that forever. No matter what fucking Twitch's dumbass system says, where it's like, actually, if a viewer's not chatting, they don't count. They're not real. So, you know, which sucks so bad for me, by the way. So, like, I can't see, because it used to be like, you know, I'd have a stream where I just talk to myself, and then I'd check it, and then it'd be like, actually, you had like 5 viewers for most of the stream. It's like, whoa, man, 5 viewers. I was just talking to myself the whole time. You know, that felt good. That was like, okay, even though people aren't chatting, they're entertained, they're listening, and I love that. But now it's like, every time I check the stream, it's like, you had 2 viewers and you should kill yourself. And it's like, okay, man. Do I actually need to kill myself? Have I fallen off? Am I washed now? Do I actually have 2 viewers, or do people just not count? Because people do not count. Let me be clear. If you are watching the stream right now and you haven't chatted, if there's anyone in the stream right now watching other than Jackson2 on Twitch, I got news for you, pal. You're not counting the numbers. Which I think is fucked up. Now, don't feel obligated. Don't feel obligated. You don't need to. I'm gonna stream no matter what. That's not true. That's not true. There'll be a time when I need to stop. But you know. Oh fuck. Hold on. But you know, it's like chill. It's like chill. You don't have to. The conceit is that you don't have to. I'm here to entertain you. It's like Michael Jordan, man. Load management is not real. I'm an entertainer first and foremost. That's not true. I'm a guy talking about his problems first and foremost. But I'm an entertainer second. Oh man. But what was I talking about? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. That's how you know we're winding to the end of the stream. Once he starts acting like a dementia patient, alright, we gotta get him to the ward, man. He's talking in third person, he's using the word him to describe himself. Get rid of him. Oh man. But no. The thing is, right? Let's say I was really angry. The role of a therapist would be like, you know, It is not other people's responsibility, and I can understand your emotions, and your emotions are valid inherently, you know. However, it's not logical, and you can't blame other people with what happened, and I can't. You know, it's not anybody's, you know, obligation to tell me if my comments are on and off. I can wish they had. I can be upset, but I can't put it on anyone else. But like, I know that, so I don't need someone to tell that to me. So what do I just need to talk about it. And I just need to put it out in the, I just need someone to hear me. I'm not gonna fucking pay someone to listen to me talk. Are we being fucking for real? Fuck therapy. No, that's not true, that's not true. If you are having therapy right now, and you need it, good. And if you feel like, I don't know if you need it, I don't know, man. If it is not putting adverse financial strain on you, I feel like it might be good. The thing is, it would put adverse financial strain on me. So low-key fuck therapy. I just don't need it. Because I have the knowledge, or I guess the mind, to look back on what's happening and understand the technically correct thing to do. Even if I don't like it. Even if I don't like it in the moment, I can understand the technically correct thing to do. And as long as I can talk about it and I can come to terms with it, I'll be alright. And that's what this part is. So if I already know all the advice a therapist is going to give me, and I already know about all the things I need to do, and all I need is, like, the ability to be heard, I'm not paying you for that shit, bro. What are we talking about here? Alright, do I need friends? Yes. Am I going to pay for a therapist because I don't have them? No. No, I'm not doing that. Alright, get real. I do need to. It's bad. It's so bad. Hold up. This is a little statue that you get from a guy. You do something nice, and then they give you a little statue. And you can break it into 60 shards, and I can't do it. I just can't. Like, I don't need it right now, obviously. But I had, like, 0 shards at the start of stream. I could have used this when I needed it. But I just can't. It's so nice. It's so kind. You know, it's such a, like, an honest display of kindness from a little video game character. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't break it. You know? And that's how I know I need more friends. Because if I had more friends, I wouldn't give 2 shits about this little video game character giving me a little small statue of myself. It's so adorable. It's so cute. But I shouldn't care about it as much as I do. It's so kind. I don't get stuff like that. Am I ugly or just annoying? Am I ugly or just annoying? God, little of column A, little of column B. Good lord. Someone save me from myself, please. Alright. It's alright. Everybody already has friends in college. I made friends with someone from Korea. It's like his first time coming to the United States. He literally doesn't know anybody. Those are the situations in which a person needs to be for me to actually make friends with them, because it's such like a low bar. I provide so little other than just the ability to be me. And that is enough. Let me be clear, that is enough. And I don't need to perform for anyone. Alright, and I don't need to do anything for anyone. Alright, and my life is valuable just for being me. Like, low-key, that's all I got, man. Alright, what do you mean I can only become friends with people by, like, finding some guy who literally doesn't have any American friends and becoming his first American friend? You can't be for real, man. That's such a low bar. That's such a low bar. That's the problem. That's the problem. I can understand things being technically correct, and then I look at my life, and these things are not analogous. I'm sorry, I'm using big words. I used the word gauche on Thanksgiving break, and suddenly my vocabulary bug is triggered. It's like, I'll understand how things should be, and then life will happen. I'll be like, that's not what goes on. That's not what happens. And then you would be like, okay, well, clearly your idea of how things should be is inherently wrong. But like, no, it's right for everyone else. For everyone else, the way of life that I am considering to be the right way is correct. And then it just doesn't work out for me, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Are we being for real right now? Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna shave my head bald and join the Yakuza at age 20. I'm flying to Japan, you'll never see me again. Alright. Oh my god, speaking of flying to Japan, part of the right-wing thing I was talking about earlier, I think Japan recently voted to shut down Chinese immigration, and at that time, like a cyber attack was launched on like a big Japanese coffee chain. This is all knowledge from a tweet, by the way. All of this could be fucking made up for as far as I know. I'm just telling you the information as it was presented to me. But apparently Japan banned like Chinese immigrants, and then supposedly like a Chinese hacker or something compromised the data of like a national coffee chain as like revenge or something, or to get them to like change it or to like reconsider. And then the quote retweet was like, it's almost like Chinese people are literally evil. What? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Don't play with me, man. That's not what that means. You can't draw that line. That line is too simple. Alright, yeah, that guy's a dickhead. That guy's a dickhead for doing that. You know, and should they stop Chinese people from coming through? I don't know, man. Japan really needs immigration. Japan, like, really needs immigration. I can understand. No, wait. I'm thinking of China to Japan. Because Japan, like, did terrible things to China during World War I, World War II. So if China had banned Japanese people from entering, I understand, because like a code, like I don't know if I'd want those people around either. I mean, technically, those people right now haven't done anything wrong. Although the Japanese government still continues to acknowledge the terrible things that they did. Regardless, you can't just draw that line, man. Should they ban Chinese immigrants? I don't know, probably not. I don't know their problems. But just because one Chinese guy is like, I'm going to hack into Japanese coffee chain, doesn't mean you can be like, all Chinese people are evil. We should ban Chinese people from everything because clearly they're evil. Look what happened. You know what I mean? That just doesn't feel right. Maybe I'm too woke. Maybe that is what that means. Alright, but until I'm like 100% sure, keep that shit off the TL, Elon. Fuck this guy. Fuck Elon Musk, dude. This guy sucks. Alright, he ruined my Twitter feed. He cheated in Path of Exile. He bought like a leveled account. And those are the only two bad things he's done. Nothing else. Nope, no sorry Bob. He ruined Twitter and he cheated in Path of Exile. And those are the two greatest sins a human can commit. Alright, look at that. Alright, and so now, what I've just done there is subtly kick myself out of the conversation, out of the political discussion, by not saying explicitly what Elon Musk has done wrong. I provide a little bit of a blanket illusion that I might agree with why you specifically don't like Elon Musk, rather than why you like Elon Musk. You know, if you don't like Elon Musk because he makes electric cars, as long as I don't say that I hate Elon Musk because he makes electric cars, you don't know, but you can believe. But if I said I hate Elon Musk because he's like, I hate him because he's Republican, and you really like him because he's Republican, you'll be like, oh man, this guy doesn't fuck with me at all. But as long as there's this little piece of cloth in the middle of that, as long as I don't say exactly what I mean, you can have hope. And that is how I will become famous. Obviously, look at it's working right now. Huh? Millions of viewers right now. Alright? It's all part of the plan, baby. It's all part of the. It works out. It works out. What can I say? Billions of followers being attained every second. All right, I turn them off because I get too many. I put it as 271 followers on Twitch and 180 subs on YouTube. Thank you, by the way. just for funsies and giggles. When I actually have billions of dollars at my disposal, and that's how I did it. Okay. Anyways, that was grinding. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm not gonna do more content. I'm not gonna do more content in Silksong because I don't want to like start. I don't know. It feels weird to like play a game that I haven't like, you know, beaten all the way. However, I do want to go to Sinner's Road because at this part right here I can get silkworms, which means I'm gonna go to the Grand Beltway, and then I'm gonna go to Sinner's Road, and then I'm gonna climb. No, that's not true. I'm gonna go to the Grand Beltway. I'm gonna go to the exhaust organ. Are we fucking for real? Better to go to the exhaust organ? It is better to go to the exhaust organ. Yeah, go to the exhaust organ and then go all the way down to grab the silkworms, and then we're gonna leave, and then we're gonna begin. That'll probably be stream. You know, it's weird. It's weird. I know how to be Ludwig so good, because that's something Ludwig would do. That's not true. Ludwig wouldn't do that. I just don't like Ludwig. Every time there's like a streamer thing that I don't like people do, I just pin it on Ludwig, because I don't like him as like a person. he hasn't done half of the shit that I, that's not true. That's not true. He's done a lot of the shit I put on him. I put a lot of stuff on Ludwig, and he is absolutely responsible for a lot of it. That said, right now in this moment, no, he didn't do that shit. He didn't do that shit. I'm pretty sure he's like prettily openly Democrat. I can't be sure. There's no way he's centrist. There's no way, man. You can't play the enlightened centrist like, yes. He can't play the neutral party. Surely not, man. Yeah, no, he's like besties with the Sun Piker. Yeah, that motherfucker definitely isn't like middle of the road. Fuck, I forgot that you need a specific thing of bobber. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying is that if you wanted to be as, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll just get rid of this. No, get rid of this. I should probably like pick my shit now that I'm actually playing the game. That's not true, because I need to use the thorns. Whatever, that's fine. Not there's anything wrong with that. Oh, hi. What's up, Latanya Ross? Welcome to the stream. Hello. Not there's anything wrong with it. I just, you know, it's... What is it? I think as a kid, I always had the idea that it was conceptually, like, optimal to be as middle of the road, not let anyone know exactly what you believe for as long as you can. But I think that might have been a better idea when I was a child, rather than now I'm an adult. I think things have changed in the past 20 years. I think things are a little different now. And my notions of what would be the right thing to do to, I don't know, like celebrities. Celebrities will do this thing where, like, they won't talk about what they believe because they want to appeal to everybody all at once. But I think as of now, that's not, like, the meta for being famous. I think right now the meta for being famous is going all in on like your beliefs and hoping that everyone that shares the ideas that you do just likes you harder. I think maybe 10 years ago, 10 years ago was 2015. Yeah, so in 2015, I think it was optimal to like, don't talk about anything you actually believe and just keep it as vague as possible. And then if you keep it as vague as possible, then maybe everyone will like you. And that you'll retain the most fans. But as it stands now, I think it's better to go all in on what you do believe and just hope that your fans love you that much harder. Damn! I'm so good at being perfectly middle of the road and not letting anybody... That's not true. I'm not that good at it. But, like, I could practice. I could be such a... That's not true. I don't know. I could be... Do I want to say I could be a politician? That's not a good thing. Being like, oh, you could be a good politician isn't like a compliment. I'm pretty sure it's like a deep insult. Nobody wants to hear that. But like, I could be if I really wanted to. Took a shower and stuff. It's nice that you're doing better. Thank you, Jax. I appreciate it. I'm grabbing silkworms right now. Or whatever they're called. Silk eaters. Same thing. I rest my case. Alright, what do you only have 2 for me? It's been like 4 years since I've been here, man. You only have like 2? Bro, you gotta make more. You know how fucking out of the way it is to come down here? Clearly not that much, because it's been like 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a lot of time. There's actually a shortcut to the spot from Greymore. Can I get to it from here? Can I bust open a wall here, or do I gotta bust it open from Greymore? Nope. Okay. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. I'm already here. I never found it myself. You can't do it from here. Boo! This game sucks. I'll say it. I'll say it. This game will never win Game of the Year. It'll win no awards. It'll be a flop. God, I do wonder how many awards this will get. When is it? Like the Game Awards are on the 11th. Do I give enough of... The problem is that I'm a gamer. I play video games. I play video games so many days this year. I play video games all the time. I'm a gaming streamer. Biowater. Oh, I can go to Biowater from here. Do I want to? No. But like somehow I've managed to not play any of the games for this year's Game Awards. So like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if Expedition 33 wins. I don't give a shit if Hades 2 wins. I don't give a shit if Kingdom Come Age Deliverance wins. I've never played these games. And to be honest, the thing is this Game of the Year? Maybe. But this is not close to the quality of my Game of the Year last year. And so I find it hard to give it the Muubody Game of the Year sign-off. Alright, I know. The Muubody Game of the Year sign-off is actually the premier award. But I don't think I'm giving it out this year. I just can't. Last year's game was too good, and I've not played anything even remotely close in quality. Admittedly, I haven't beaten the latest AI Somnium Files game. So I might finish that this year, and we'll see how it is. But as it stands, I'm gonna put, to be honest, my Game of the Year, maybe Slime Rancher 2. I know, weird, peculiar, right? Slime Rancher 2? I like it. I haven't even beaten the game yet. I just like it. It has such a cool vibe. You're telling me they put Slime Rancher, but in like RTX? I'm in. That's literally all you needed to do. All you needed to do was make Slime Rancher, except like a little different, and you make the visuals that much better, and suddenly I'm in. And they did that. That was all I needed them to do, and they did that. Exactly. Bar for bar, word for word. So yeah, fuck it. Slime Rancher 2, Game of the Year, 2025. The Muubody Award for pretty cool, pretty swag. Okay. We need to send you to Bellheart. I found the roll is completely skippable if you use the Volt Vessels to break a wall below you in the ducts. That's not true. That's not true. I tried it. That may be true. I think it got patched out. Because I tried doing that and it didn't work. You'd have to like glitch it in some way. Without knowing exactly where it is, it's impossible. It might only be available in the Switch 2 version, but trust me, if you're doing it blind and you're just like shooting them down at the ground, like everywhere, you're not gonna find it. Why do you think I had to grind shards? Alright, I ran out because I wasted like all of them on the Volt thingamabobbers. Yeah, on the Volt Vessels. I wasted like all of them on that. Alright, well I think that worked out pretty well. This kind of sucks. I wish I had been funnier so I could try and retain Latanya Ross as a viewer and she'd be like, wow, this is, I assume it's a she. Latanya feels like a woman's name, but that might be incredibly bigoted if they're a man. I'm sorry. I wish I could, you know, stream a little bit longer to retain viewership and maybe convert. I'm speaking so corporate. I'm sorry. I took marketing 3000 and I signed up for marketing 4450 today, which is social media marketing. Not because I love marketing, but because the professor's a cool guy and I skipped literally every single class he had this semester because I didn't have to go. And also, so like I had like 4 classes in one day, and I didn't want to like do that. So it was like if I could skip the one at the very end. Cause you gotta understand, my day starts at 6. I wake up at 6. I get to school at 7. I eat breakfast, and then from 8 all the way to like 12:25, it's classes back to back to back. And then at 3:55, there's a marketing class. That is 3 hours 30 difference, and attendance isn't mandatory, so I just didn't go. But like, he's a cool guy. I told him my grandma died, and he was like, bro, you don't even need to prove it to the school. I believe you. Take your exam early. And I was like, thank you. So yeah, I want to take another class with him. But anyways, that's why I said convert. I didn't know how to say it, man. What convert into a subscriber is so much of a nicer way to say, please, 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 please follow me. I'm so not famous. I want to be famous. I can't be famous at this rate. Alright? Begging? Yeah, dude. You can either use corporate speak or be real. I don't want to be like, oh man, I sure hope. You gotta keep it real. Alright, please, please. No, I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's uncomfortable when you break the wall. Alright. I need to play outro music. Oh, it would be so fucking funny if I played Out of Orbit. I'm gonna do that, 100%. If it'll load, damn. Come on, get me out of orbit. No, I don't want a blue, I want out of orbit. Because this is my most streamed song somehow. This is my most streamed song somehow on my music recap. And that is thanks to this stream. I don't know either. I don't know either. Don't even be like, how would that even logistically happen? I don't know, man. Alright, but it's here. Alright, so I want to say thank you very much for watching the stream. I'm sorry the stream is short. I really am. I'd like to stream for a little bit longer, but you know, I'm tired. It's dark. It's dark. All right, the sun goes down. I get sleepy. I'm like a caveman. All right, I've lived in like a bunker for 40 years, and I'm finally acclimated to society, and the daylight savings time hits. All right, I don't like it, but thank you very much for watching the stream. I hope you had a good time. I had a great time. I was miserable coming into stream. I was super upset because, as seen in my title, my YouTube comments have been turned off for 3 months. But I feel better now. So if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing or following, depending on whatever you know, platform you're on. And I hope that I'll see you again soon. Yeah. Goodbye. In the 3D model, I can move my head like a wave, and the PNG, I can't do that. All right, the 3D model is the future. I'm gonna say it.